Glynda Carr.
My name is Miami Knight.
My name is Reyna Dinet.
My name is Gail Reyna Dinet.
I am Shelly Hutchinson.
Oftentimes people say, why elect Black women? Diverse decision-making tables make better decisions. And Black women not only deserve to be at that table because we are qualified, but more importantly, we come from a lived experience that only will help Black communities, but actually we show that when elected, we govern that helps all communities rise. So Congresswoman, you took tragedy and turned it into activism. And you actually shared how you mothered to Jordan, to the world, and have shared his story and his life with us. Can you share a little bit about your memories?
Thank you, Glynda. There's so many memories, and I consciously try to make sure every single day of my life I pick a new memory and rehash it and replay it in my mind. Jordan was a really easy child to raise. He was so much fun and so filled with life and just extremely inquisitive. So I found, we were always taking field trips, and I think that was a large part of the reason why I homeschooled him. It was the best experience of my life. I'm so grateful that I had those years to really sew into him. And like I said, to learn his personality and his quirks and how he learned, and to have these really deep, meaningful discussions. I mean, the kinds of discussions that, we would just sit down. If Jordan was stressed about something or had questions here, we would stop everything. I would get a bag of popcorn, put it in the microwave, pop it, and we'd sit down in the middle of the floor, and he would, he'd be straddling me, sitting there, and we would talk about it. And I had the ability to be able to do that because we had that time.
Oftentimes Black women, we have been behind the scenes. We've built this democracy, and our names are sometimes not heard. So I would love to hear from our mother and daughters. What are your fondest memories of being a mom?
That's an impossible question to answer because there are so many memories. I mean, I'm a grandmother, mother-in-law too.
Holding them in the hospital for the first time, watching them make their milestones. My kids, I'm the same. I'm very proud of the kids.
Living through that process of just, having someone to love and love us back. That's what I cherish.
Representative McBath.
Now you're going to call me Lucy.
I'm sorry, Lucy. My friend Lucy. You hear, just like you've heard around this table, there are dreams for our community, but there's some serious fears. And you travel each and every week to Washington carrying the stories that you hear from your constituents. Can you share a little bit about what you're working on and the work ahead in your next term?
Thank you, and absolutely sharing these stories. I mean, I listen to the stories of my constituents every single day. I take those stories back to Washington because, as I've always said, the stories are what people need to hear. It's what my colleagues need to know, that these experiences, the reality and lived experiences of people every single day, even in their own constituencies, they're not numbers, they're not statistics, they're human beings. And these are the lived experiences that you need to hear about to help us govern and make their lives better. I'm very concerned about maternal mortality. That's the reason why I and my colleagues, Representative Robin Kelly and Lauren Underwood and Alma Adams, put forth this big package of bills called the Momnibus to address those disparities and all the social determinants that would prevent women and their children from having the best health care that they can, whether it be prenatal, during pregnancy, or postpartum, the resources that they need, and all those social determinants that would prevent them from being healthy. drugs. I want to make sure that I am reducing the cost of people's ability to have access to their prescription drugs. I'm a pre-existing condition. I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor. I know how expensive it was for me, who has good health insurance, to still pay for the cost of my drugs, pay for the cost of my treatment. We know historically communities of color have always disproportionately been affected by diabetes and stroke and heart failure and all the things that we suffer by in our communities because of the social determinants that prevent our communities from having equal access to health care.
And Reyna, what is your hope and frankly fear for your children in this American democracy?
I fear raising a Black man. That in and of itself is a fear. I mean, as when he was young, I used to tell him, when he started driving, I was terrified. You know, you have all the rules. Do this, do this, do that. You have to be careful to make sure not to cross any boundaries because you don't know.
And Lucy, what is your advice to Black women and Black moms today? And what can we do to help you take action in Washington?
Women of color have to use your power. Use your power. Don't stand on the sidelines. Use your power. There's so much that is at stake.
Well, on this day, I want to thank Black moms and the Black women who mother for being our day ones, our cheerleaders, our teachers, our cooks, our cleaners, our hairdressers, our Uber drivers, our confidants. Thank you for being Black women who lead.